Who knew when the Rangers were trading away Ryan McDonough, JT Miller, Matt Zuccarello, and Kevin Hayes that we'd be here talking about having to make cap space to sign our players? Let's talk about who I think the New York Rangers should either move out in a trade or buy out. Acquired in the Ryan McDonough and JT Miller trade was Vlad Namestnikov. Turning 27 in November, he has one more year left at a $4 million cap hit. From the middle of 2017 to the end of 2019, he's played 97 games as a Ranger. And you ready for this stat? He's only put up 35 points, 13 goals, and 22 assists. So this is basically what the Rangers could possibly benefit from getting rid of him. If he is being used as a center, the Rangers will easily make room for Ryan Strome, Filip Chytil, Brett Howden, and Elias Anderson to develop their game down the middle. They need to prove themselves as NHL centers right now, and all of them are on their entry-level deal besides Strome. There is a lot of talk about Ryan Strome being traded. However, I like the way he played last season when he came into New York. He's a very smart center, plays a very good two-way game, and he knows how to finish the play. You also can't forget about Bo Nieves, who was signed to a one-year extension late last season. He is also a natural center. So with all these young natural centers that the Rangers have drafted and acquired via trade, there's basically no room for them to play in the NHL right now because of Namestnikov. If you even want to go more into it, it's also because of Ryan Strome. However, I think Strome is a better fit for the Rangers than Namestnikov. Strome is a better fit down the middle for the Rangers because he's a right-handed shot. You don't want to have one right-handed shot center in Zibanejad in the first line, and then the depth down the middle is all lefties. It's okay to be split if it's 2 and 2. I'd rather have that than have 3 young lefties down the middle. Instead, you have 2 right-handed centers, one with a lot of experience in Zibanejad, and then Strome on your second line is not bad. I believe Chytil has the potential to be a second-line center, and he hasn't proved that right now. If we were to get rid of Namestnikov, it'll give the Rangers an opportunity to give their young players a chance to play center. So a result in trading Namestnikov is you get rid of $4 million in cap space if you don't take any salary back in a trade, as well as you give your younger players a chance to play a second-line center, a third-line center, and a fourth-line center without really having to bury anybody in the AHL or having them play a wing where they might not really be comfortable, and you really look and see who can play center. Let's talk about 2 players that I believe the Rangers either need to buy out or trade. The first one is defenseman Brendan Smith. He is 30 years old and has a 2-year contract left at $4.35 million a season. When he was acquired from the Rangers in 2017, he exploded in the playoffs with Brady Shea. It was unbelievable. He had a really good postseason, and it looked like the Rangers really wanted to keep him, so they signed him to a contract. So the year after they signed him to the extension, he fell apart. He was buried in the AHL for 11 games in the 17-18 season. Getting rid of him will easily give them cap space. It would give them a little more than $4 million to shed if you were to trade him. However, I don't think there is any value to him right now. Now here is the cap-friendly buyout calculator for Brendan Smith. I believe that this is the option for Brendan Smith. He doesn't have a lot of value right now to be traded, and if the Rangers were to make this buyout possible, they can do it. Right now, you would save $3.3 million in cap space. That's a lot for the first season. Next season, your hit would be $3.1 million. That's almost $1.5 million less than what you were paying him right now. The only downside about a buyout is that you have to pay him an extra 2 years because of his age, because his contract length was 2 years already. So basically, you would have to pay him $1.4 for the next 2 seasons after his contract. I think that's a smart buyout move for the Rangers. I don't think it's smart to bury him in the AHL right now. Both of the defensemen we're talking about today are 30 years old. The next is Kevin Shattenkirk. 2 years left of a $6.65 million contract. He took a hometown discount to sign with the Rangers. A usual 40-point guy, quarterback on a power play, he's usually the offensive force of a defense core. However, he hasn't even passed 30 points with the Rangers. I'm not making an excuse for him, but in his first season, he hurt himself. I believe he hurt his knee, and he really hasn't looked the same since then. In my eyes, I really don't even see a place for Shattenkirk on the power play anymore. We have a young Adam Fox coming in, and if he develops well in the first couple weeks of the season, I think the Rangers could put him on the power play, as well as Jacob Trouba, who's going into the prime of his career and could quarterback a power play as well. And we can't forget about Tony DeAngelo, because at the end of last season, he was basically the first-line power play guy. Of course, the New York Rangers need to re-sign him. So, our options for Kevin Shattenkirk is to either buy him out or trade him away. Unlike Brendan Smith, I believe Shattenkirk still has some value to him. I heard Colorado was interested in Shattenkirk, however, it's a really big cap hit, so the Rangers might have to retain some salary if they are to trade him away. So, what's the second option? Once again, buyout calculator brought to you by Cap Friendly. You were to save $5.1 million this season if you are to buy him out. The second season in the buyout, you would have to owe $6 million. That's a lot of money for a second season, especially for a player you don't even have right now. Look at the Dan Girardi contract. It kind of hurt us, especially in this year, because Dan Girardi's $3.3 million are still on the Rangers cap for this season and might even be a result on why we don't have the $10 million cap space instead of the $7. So look at the graphic. The result in a buyout is basically temporary cap relief, because if you look at it, in 2 more years, the Rangers are going to have to owe both of them $9.1 million. Whew, that was long. I want to thank Cap Friendly for basically letting me use the calculator. It really helped me out in my journey to find out how the Rangers could make a little more cap space and re-sign their players and still have a little cap space in the beginning of next season. So guys, what are the Rangers going to do? I think those are my 3 players that I don't want to see in the blue shirt next season. I know it's kind of mean to say. However, I think it's just a smart move for the Rangers if they were to get rid of those players in the most strategic way possible. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, remember to click the like button. If you want to watch another video, click right there. If you want to watch a playlist and start from the beginning, click right there. Remember to subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you guys later.